Good morning and welcome to Morning Maocha with Crimson Lotus Tea. I'm Glenn and let's have some tea this morning. As usual, this is far outside of my normal waking hours. Not far outside, but a little bit outside. So I'm still a little bit tired and still a little bit out of it. Haven't gotten all my Instagram posting done yet for the morning, but we'll get to it. We'll get some more people in here. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm generally more of a night owl. We do a lot of late night work with people in China, and so we generally stay up pretty late. So, but I kind of like this. Jug Pan, good morning to everybody. I really enjoy the opportunity to have some tea with people in the morning, and man. I can't remember last time I had tea while the sun was actually shining in. So this is a good day, start of a good week in Seattle. Absolutely. Good morning, Sebastian. Morning Maocha always starts off when you finish your workday. Perfect. Like that's perfect. That's perfect timing. I love it. That's awesome. It was meant to be. You can celebrate the end of your working day with having a little tea with us. And I do not have a scale, so we're just gonna have to wing this. Julia, 3695. Good morning or evening from Germany. See, this is great. I like the fact that I can have some tea with our European friends because the time zones all line up just right. So bear with me while that gets going, and I heat up a little bit more of this because I still have to make an Instagram post, still have to make a Facebook post, get some more people in here for tea. So what do you guys how was your, for those of you that have already had this Monday, tell me how the Monday went. I'm just starting off on the Monday. T student 97, hello to you too. Lamudawa's in the chat, everybody. Good to see you, Lamudawa. And Michelle, nice. Let me get the chat popped out here so that I can see things a little bit easier. All right, pop out chat. Make it a little bit larger. All right, you guys, we'll get it settled. Lamadow's in the back room having breakfast with the kids, keeping them out of microphone range. Thank you so much for the sacrifice. Ultra Magnus, hey, what's going on? Thanks, man. Aaron Lee, man, everybody's in. Hunter S, first time catching it live. Curious to know if any silver teaware will be coming back in stock soon. Silver cups, yes. Silver teapots, probably not. Although I don't know. We'll see what the year brings. For a while, selling the really expensive silver stuff was a little stressful. Because of international shipping concerns and stuff, but now that we've got a fairly decent insurance option kind of rolled into the site, that would maybe make us a little bit less stressed about shipping stuff. We shipped a silver kettle, $1,500 silver kettle to a customer, and USPS delivered it to the wrong house, and so for about a week I was super panicked and stressed. It just made me reconsider just a little bit the risk of shipping some of the super expensive stuff. So, but yeah, we may be able to do that. We'll see what we can find. Like I said, yeah. Let me get a post going to Instagram, a post going to Facebook. We are going to be drinking some really nice Maocha from one of my favorite little jars of Maocha here. This is don't have much left. Figured I'd enjoy it with you guys. There we go. This is a Maocha from Kunlu Shan. Kunlu Shan Maocha. This is basically the same stuff that we put into our KXQM material, but it's really good stuff. It's really good stuff in loose. It's one of my favorites. Start your week off right with some morning. Gotta spell Maocha right. Join us for tea. Put 2 exclamation points. Let's do 1. There we go. I think I got it all right. And wait, that way. There we go. All right, waiting for a black clay teacup release. Oh yes, the super fancy like these ones, these guys here, like the yeah. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get stuff from there this year. Stuff's getting a little tight in China right now because they're right on the beginning of the Chinese New Year. So we tried to get a teaware order in before things really kind of hit, but things have already hit. Everyone took Chinese New Year off extra early this year because of the COVID stuff, and they didn't know if they were going to be getting home and things like that. And so all Chinese New Year stuff is just already still just starting to slow things down in China. So if you need tea from China, now's probably the time to be ordering it, because as soon as Chinese New Year hits, or as soon as we get closer to it, it's just one like small vacation in the year, but it takes like a good month and a half out of productivity in China. So T Student 97, waiting for tea. What is good for dark depth lover that wants to try new show? If you like dark depths, both Black Gold and Stormbreaker are really nice options. Let's see here. See if I can load that message up. Right. Let's get this going. So if you are in the U.S. and you're just getting your day started off, what are you drinking for tea? What do you do in the mornings for tea? There we go. Let's. Well, I'm not seeing. Not seeing my image that I needed to upload today. Where did it go? Let's see. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry about this. Didn't apparently yeah, mornings. Mornings just aren't my thing. We'll blame it on the mornings. Blame it on the mornings. There we go. Let's try this again. Gotcha. One sec. Get that going. Yeah, I forgot my scale too. So we'll just kind of wing it. But this pot works great for Maocha. We are having some more of these pots, more of these pots made as well. This pot's here too, it's about 6 grams, something like that. We'll just pack it full. Sebastian, just sort of dark depths in the way. Seems to be on the airplane already. That's great. In some cases, we've noticed some really quick shipping times, which is super comforting after the year that we had. So hopefully your tea will arrive relatively quick. Chris, what's going on? And Sculf said, "Hey guys, thanks for the well wishes, Sculf." Yes, well, things are going good. It's Monday morning, and I've got tea, so I figure if we start every week off like this, can't be too bad. Chris has a Jingmai, Planet Jingmai, like actual, like the original old school Planet Jingmai. Those ones are few and far between right now. Good on you for saving some of those. Those things actually age quite nicely. A lot of Jingmai stuff really starts to develop some awesome flavors and aromas after about a year. Just kind of needs a little bit to chill. Jingmai starts getting good after 1 or 2 years, in my opinion. There we go. We got it. Bam. Well, T Student 90. Sebastian has a Chunping bamboo shoe today. One of your favorites so far. That sounds pretty nice. Not the hugest fan of the Chunping stuff, but I've had a couple good examples of it. It's kind of cool. I like citrus stuff, but sometimes if it's I guess it just has to be a good example. But I guess I could say that about all teas. There we go. John is drinking a Xiao Iron Cake Sheng straight out of your Gong Fu to go. That's great. That's a good way to do it. Is it? Do you like to overleaf that stuff? I kind of like to overleaf the Xiao Iron Cake. Make it a little bit stronger. All right, there we go. Got my image there. Let that load up. What we got? Aaron is drinking the 2018 Autumn Jingmai Sheng Dragon Ball. Yeah, that Autumn Jingmai is pretty decent stuff. In general, I find it hard to go wrong with Jingmai. I've had very few bad experiences with Jingmai teas. Chris, you feel guilty because those are just it's kind of like your work travel tea. Yeah, if you've got any of the original Planet, well, if you've got the original like white wrapper Planet Jingmais, those ones are really rare. We don't have many of those anymore. But the Planet Jingmai 2 is a little bit more common. Planet Jingmai that was wrapped in the space nebula wrappers. Don't be too worried about those. But that is still really good stuff. Just found out that you didn't run out of KXQM. Well, I'm drinking KXQM, so great. That's awesome. If you want to drink some of that with me, that'd be great. Oh, so fresh. So, such a sweet, clean, sweet aroma. All right. All these steps. I keep trying to wake up earlier, but all right. No, my phone's telling me I can't download it. So, whatever, phone. Maybe nobody on Instagram is going to be able to see it today. if I post about a 9 o'clock tea tasting, like after 9 o'clock, it just gets a little kind of weird. Oolong Owl just woke up and fed the rabbits. Think you'll have a show. Oolong Owl, thank you for joining us. If you guys have not watched our past streams or between two teapots from last Friday, featured Oolong Owl, who was here in chat with us. So check out the recorded stream of that. All right, what's going on? Yeah, check out the recorded stream. That was a fun tasting, Oolong Owl. Thanks for joining us for tea again. All right, where are we at? Not in chat. We might get more jars made. We have rum barrel jars, but we've been saving those for rum barrel, which we also need to get some more of out on the site, because I think we've got some ready to go. Alejandro, wake up, Glenn. Oh, what up, Glenn? I read that as wake up, Glenn. It's because I'm not awake. Hope you and the fam are great. Drinking some lychee charcoal roasted tiguan yin this morning. That sounds really interesting. A little too much broken leaf, but great roast and mouthfeel. Yeah, sometimes you just can't help that broken leaf. Literally every single thing that you do to tea after it's been processed, like, breaks it. It's just constantly breaking. You get even just putting like the Maocha into like a big plastic bag will like break some of the Maocha. So like every single step is like breaking it, taking it out of there and just smelling it, weighing it out. You're breaking it. You're just constantly breaking it. So I don't stress as much about broken leaf too much anymore. But I know for some teas, it's a little bit more. Makes the teas just a little bit more bitter. There we go. We're getting there slowly. Scalps, I need to watch that episode this week. Yeah, check out the stream with Oolong Owl if you guys haven't yet. It's a really good stream. She's awesome tea blogger, and she's been doing it for nearly as long as we've been in business. So she's got lots of stories to tell, lots of good experience. And this week it's liquid Proust, which is super cool. Oolong Owl starting nano mini mushrooms. Nice. That's a good way to start the day. If you guys haven't tried nano mini mushrooms, you're really missing out. That was a fantastic show pu'erh that we are now sold out of. And Pierre is drinking some 2011 Ipintang show. All right, very good. Ultramags, 12 noon. Working hard. No tea, unfortunately, right now. You gotta get a little tea, man. Oh, this I don't know, something about that first sip of the day. That's nice. John, yeah, if you haven't overleafed it yet, give it a try. I recommend overleafing teas. Chris, yes, Gen 2 then. Gotcha. Yeah, those original Gen 1s, if you still had the Gen 1 Planet Jingmai, I would have been pretty surprised. I've got like 10, maybe 10 sitting around somewhere. And I actually might have some of the same material, but pressed into other stuff that we did just for experiments. But I'm not entirely certain. I kind of forget what is in my my collection of personal cakes, which I had the opportunity to dig through this last week because I was looking for my cake of TKG. And if you don't know what TKG is, well, you can watch the stream with Oolong Owl and I. That was kind of a crowd sourced, crowd theorized Slack chat tea meme tea. It was a really fun project, and if you don't know what TKG is, the story that we tell about how it came about, from my perspective and Oolong Owl's perspective, is pretty cool. All right, here we go. Finally got Instagram all set and go. Get your day started right with some morning Maocha. We are live right now on YouTube. I can't spell YouTube right. Ah, there we go. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got that set. There we go. Good. Get that out. Whew. Now we can get some Instagram people in here. Thought about posting to Reddit this morning, but I don't know. Morning Redditors. You never know. Javaz, hey Glenn, greetings from Germany. Man, we got so many Germans on this morning. That's awesome. I really like that. Greetings from Germany. How often do you drink your own older productions? My longest self-stored pu is your 2014 Oolong. The which Oolong? Oolong Sheng, or was that the Oolong show? Did we have a show that year? I think it's the. Do you have one like the original Oolong bricks? I mean, a Oolong cake. That'd be really interesting if you did. Longest self-stored is our 2014 Oolong. Not much left. Don't know anything about storage back then. Let's see. What's your question? How often do you drink our older productions? The really older stuff, we don't as much. Wow, you've got a 2014 Oolong Sheng. That's impressive, man. There were not that many of those that we sold. Maybe 20 of those cakes, 15 of those cakes, like really not that many, because we just didn't have that much press. We didn't buy that much material, and a lot of it actually ended up going into our kind of like our Six Mountains tasting set. So if you got an actual cake, that means you were on top of the game back then. That's awesome. Whew. Wow, that's I've got like just one or two of each of the mountains that we did that first year. I should do a session. We should make a special tea tasting with one of our year one cakes. Yes, I know, Scops, and it's like nothing at all. And that's how we got started. You know, we didn't have a lot of money. Didn't know what we were doing. Didn't know if we'd be able to sell a lot of tea. I mean, I knew that these were teas that I liked, but I wasn't entirely certain if other people would like the teas that I liked. In hindsight, we should have bought a lot more. We only bought 3 kilos of tea from each farmer that we met. Like 3 kilos. It's like, and like they would look at us like, you only want 3? And they're like, that's like a sample. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like we spent all the money we had, and it's just how you get started. Yeah. So in hindsight, that just seems weird. So we took those 3 kilos and 100-gram cakes. It's only 30 cakes. So we only had 30 cakes to press. Then most of them got broken up into little tin sample sets. I should keep one of those around. And then the rest, and yeah, maybe 10 or 15 cakes, like hardly anything. Aaron Lee, if you like autumn leaf pickings, go for Moon Princess. Moon Princess is absolutely the best autumn tea that I've had. I can't get enough. Can't get enough Moon Princess. Really good. Fall into the Danger Zone is also pretty good stuff. Fall into the Danger Zone is pretty good, but year after year, Moon Princess just is my favorite autumn tea. There we go. All right, let's see. One last thing here. Bam. It is We are live now. We are live right now. Boom. And a heart. Heart. People like a heart. Yeah, have you had Moon Princess, or what are you finding your tastes are for what do you like about autumn teas, if I can ask? I'm not sure. I guess even if I ask me what I liked about autumn teas, I don't know. I guess I'm just generally kind of surprised when an autumn tea actually has interesting stuff. A lot of autumn teas are generally a little bit more lacking. Not really lacking. I don't know. If you're really used to what a place has for a spring tea, and then you jump right into their autumn tea, it'll just never. The autumn tea will almost never match what the spring tea is. So when I have an autumn tea that actually is like a pretty amazing experience, I get really, really excited about it, because I just don't see as many of them over there. Oh, Scobson, one of the downsides of pu'er, it's rough only being able to buy in increments of a cake. Yeah. The real pu'er experience is in the tongs. Really, that's just how it is. The original unit of retail sale was a tong. Everybody bought tongs. Tongs for everybody. Moon Princess is life, yes. Moon Princess is really good stuff. Oolong Owl got that 2012 Imperial Oolong show somewhere, as well as a 2014 Oolong show brick. I think that's some of the first teas I got off you. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Oolong Owl. I'll have to. I mean, I've still got records of like all the sales and stuff I can go on to. I'll have to see who our actually, I think I know who our first customer was. Like our first test customer was actually the director of the Vancouver Tea Festival, Del Tamburini, really cool guy. And yeah, it was like out of nowhere. I'm just like, Mama, we just got a sale, and it's like it's going to Canada. Joseph Burton, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you on here, man. I should send Del a message. You know what? I need to have between two teapots with Del Tamburini. I'm gonna give him a message. He'd be happy to jump on. He's a big tea person. If you guys have been up to the Vancouver Tea Festival in Canada, you guys know who Del is. Drew, what is going on? Thanks for joining us. This is awesome. Get some good people in here on a Monday morning. Did I ever experience the other way around, where the autumn production is better than the spring production from the same farm? Not better, but like really close. And that would be the Moon Princess material. I actually prefer the autumn. I think it just mutes it and brings it down to a really accessible level. The full spring material from there is just, maybe it's just because I'm just way too used to the autumn material now. But the full spring material from Bongdong, at least that specific farmers, just feels a little too. Feels a little too much now or something. I don't know. It's like I said, maybe just because I'm used to the just used to the autumn material so much. But yeah, also sometimes like a place like La Mana, the La Mana autumn stuff is sometimes a little bit more approachable than the La Mana spring. Excuse me, because the La Mana spring, that's a potent tea, super strong. And oftentimes I'll take like La Mana spring tea, use half the amount of leaf, and have just like a really great tea experience. But I think the autumn kind of balances out a lot of that spring aggression. Maybe that answers your question. I have Scobson. I have spring Moon Princess material. I have spring stuff from the same farm. It's still really good, but I really think, especially for the price point, because sometimes it comes down to like what the experience is the experience per dollar per gram. I think the autumn material works out better. The spring stuff's a little bit more expensive, and I don't really think it gives a lot more. If that makes sense. Aaron Lee says, the ones I've had so far is a sweet mustiness, a smell like an old library, right in my childhood. Are you talking about show pu'er? Are you talking about aged teas? Not sure. I do love me some La Mana as well. In fact, that's what we'll have to do for next No, we did do that one. Let's see. Fancy, fancy bags of Maocha just sitting around waiting to be consumed. Where's my other one? I should learn to label things a little bit more. Yes, there we go. I've got a bag of La Mana bitter, and I got a bag of La Mana sweet. So you can do like a little combo blend of that. And that's spring La Mana. I do really like La Mana. La Mana is just fierce. It's a fierce, potent tea, and it's such a beautiful, idyllic little village. Just those trees are hiding some strength. Sculption, if you're talking about the spring Bangdong, the Bangdong elemental that we sell right now, the elemental with the label BD, that is that's from the same farm. The Bangdong, excuse me, the Bangdong elemental tea balls is from the farm. Let's see. Paul's, good evening, good morning. Yes, awesome. Ty just hopped in. What are we brewing today? We are brewing Kunlu Xiao Maocha from that I've been storing in this jar right here, and it's quite nice. Perfect way to get the day and the week started off. I always come into these tea tastings a little bit out of it, and then I leave like ready to go. How about you, Ty? What do you got in your kettle / gaiwan / teapot this morning? Yeah, Scopes, and check it out. It's good stuff. You guys get up to anything fun over the weekend? I recently purchased a 3D printer, so I've been having a lot of fun trying to learn how to use that and printing fun stuff. Leave it out in the family room, let the kids kind of watch it whirl and whiz and slide motors around, print stuff out. Try printing out some cute little toys and things for the kids. But Lamo has decided that it's too loud for the common area, so I'm gonna have to find a new place to put it. Sebastian, how does the jar influence the tea? It's a really good question. Does it store humidity? I think it actually certainly can. And what we usually do is I usually keep like a piece of cloth in here to kind of get like a really nice tight seal. And then what I'll do is occasionally I'll take just a little bit of water, put a little bit of water on the lid, like this, right? So just get the lid just a little wet. Let the lid soak up a little moisture, and then I'll put it back on. Just to kind of bring a little extra humidity in there. I don't do that too often, but just so it's not drying out. Just get a little extra moisture in there. But that said, I can't remember the last time I did that to that. But I will do that a little bit more regularly to some other jars. Nice, Scubson. Scubson's talking about a woodworking table project that he and his dad are working on. He sent me some pictures of that on Instagram. That's pretty cool. I really like woodworking. I like making things. I like making tables. Scubson, I'll actually send you some pictures of my latest project. Lemo and I are fixing up a house, and I've got a kitchen countertop that I needed to redo that had some horrible tile and Formica mix all across it, and so we used a kind of like an epoxy rosin combo mix thing and put it down over the top of it to try to kind of mimic like a white marble with some black streaks through it, and I think it turned out pretty nice. I'll send you a picture of that. I like when people share projects with me. I like to see what other people are working on. 3D printers are rad, Joseph Burton. It's it's ridiculous. It's amazing what they can do. Especially you get some. I mean, you know, I just got a relatively cheap, affordable entry level Ender 3, but it was like $160 shipped. It was a refurb unit, and I mean, I had it printing almost immediately. It was just amazing. And then it's the fact that you can print things that actually have internal hinges that are actually part of the print. You don't have to assemble them. I just think that's super cool. I printed a little like folding infinity cube, kind of like a little fidget cube kind of thing with built-in hinges. Llama just plays with it all the time. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing what's capable and possible with new world of it's not even new world. We've had 3D printers for a long time, but just easily accessible consumer level home grade 3D printers. Super cool. Thai, heading home. Gonna brew up some Emerald Sea when you get there. That's a good option. That's a good option. I always a fan of people brewing more Emerald Sea. Cool, Sculpson. Yeah, I'll send you that. I'll send you that picture. Pretty excited about it. I'll tell you what, I'll grab a picture, show it up on the screen right now. Let everybody see my broken iPhone screen and my fun project that I got going on. Yeah, the epoxy rosin process is kind of fun. It's pretty tricky. You mix up different colors. You pour it out. You get the surface all prepped and get all that stuff done. I think it actually turned out pretty cool. There you go. We see that? Look at that. Kind of looks just like marble, right? If Zioxia was in here, he'd tell me it wasn't exactly like marble, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I think it actually turned out pretty cool. So a bunch of different colors mixed in. You take some different brushes, you pour them out in different ways. You kind of like mix it and match it as it's live and liquid. And hope it works out. Hopes it works out going good. Aaron Lee, I don't know why YouTube held that comment. Maybe that's a swear word in a foreign language. I don't know. But 8 luge. Oh, that was one of your cats walking on the keyboard. I don't know. I thought that was really funny because YouTube just like told me like, "Whoa, we're gonna hold this comment. We don't know what this guy's talking about." It was cats. You like me? You like my phone? You like my phone? Like my super busted iPhone? Yeah, that was pretty much day before Gary was born. I don't know. I must have been a little stressed or something. I went to pull my phone out of the pocket and just literally threw it like, "Wah!" Just went flying through the air, just crashed and broke. It's like, oh no! So I'll get another one. But I've been saying that for 2 years. We'll work it out. Sebastian, that's smart. Skip the 2D printers. Go straight to 4D when they're available. The nice thing about getting a 4th dimensional printer is that it doesn't matter when in time you get it. Poor phone, I know. It's a totally phone. What would I suggest for coating flat birchwood? Got a nice piece of it a while ago for a cutting board and unsure about cuttings. If you're doing anything related to food, you're going to want a natural oil. Something, like a mineral oil, or like the exact same oil that they use for like bamboo cutting boards. If you're working with it around food, keep it natural. Something like the nut-based oils, or stick with the nut-based oils, and also just ask this question on like a woodworking forum as well, just to make sure. But if it was me and I had like a nice piece of wood that I wanted to use for a cutting board, I would stick with the natural oils, and then just keep redoing it. You could use whatever they use for the bamboo cutting boards. I think that's a type of mineral oil. I like what is it? Can't remember. Get some of the a nut oil or something like that. That would be my recommendation. But I'm not a woodworking professional, so there may be specific recommendations for cutting boards. The nice thing about the natural oils is they can be reapplied over time, because if you wash it off, rinse it off, you use it, you start working some of those oils out. So you want to have a process that can continuously be reapplied. little morning controversy in your chat. What's the controversy? What did I miss? Yeah, Ultramags, good mineral oil. I'm trying to think. There's another one. What can I think? There was another one that another oil that I like to use. And sometimes you can get some of these modern fancier oils that also have special stuff mixed in that kind of works to make the wood like a little bit harder. I've used that on some of my projects. There's a company in Seattle called Doli's, Dalys, and like anytime I ever need anything wood related, I just go down there, and they always just have the most amazing selection of everything for wood. You're making fun of iPhones? Oh yeah, you can totally make fun of my iPhone. I made the mistake of upgrading it to like iPhone 12 or whatever, and for the iPhone 12 OS. It's just ruined the phone. The phone can't hardly do anything, even though technically it runs on it. Worst mistake ever. The phone's basically a brick. I have to constantly keep it plugged in. Just drains the battery like I drink tea. Sucks it down. Yes, just saying, use good mineral oil on wood for food. Absolutely. You worried about soap getting into the wood if it wasn't coated? Well, you don't coat like bamboo cutting boards and stuff. And I also don't really do a lot of soap on my bamboo cutting board as well. I usually just like rinse it off with hot water and a scrubbing thing. Yes, because soap by its nature is breaks down oils. That's why soap actually does what it does. So I don't know if they actually recommend using soap on like wood cutting boards. I think you can use if you really need to do disinfectant stuff. I think you can use like a water bleach solution. I believe. Don't take anything I'm saying for. Don't ask a tea streamer for woodworking advice. That's the rule for the day. I'll tell you what I think, but I am by no means an authority on any of that. just talking about wood stuff. All right, guys, I'm starting to feel into it. I'm starting to feel the day getting started. I'm sure these are highly entertaining for like people from Europe that have been awake all day, and to see me come onto the stream all droopy and sleepy-eyed, slowly starting to get into it. Or like Ultramags, who's how many hours already have you been working? Don't you start at like something ridiculous like 3 a.m? Your work starts. Wow, that's Ty says, never really put the two together, so wise not to use oil and soap together. Maybe just a little bit of leftover kettle water to sanitize them. Yeah, hot water can work. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, Ultramags, that's it's too early for me. I think that's usually when I'm going to bed. That's I should send you a message before I go to bed sometime, because you're probably up. There we go. Ultramags. Treat it like cast iron. And like I said, there's probably some good YouTube videos online about how to handle that sort of stuff from actual experts. Yep. Yeah, I think I remember summer camp as a kid, working in the camp kitchen. Big, huge, like giant, solid, like cutting board / work surface. And we never used soap on that, but we had to sanitize it with like a bleach water solution after every meal. Or it could be like the meat processing places in China, where they just have a big, huge wood block, and they never oil it and they never clean it. And they just toss all the different meats on it at the exact same time. Cut chicken on it, cut pork on it, cut cow on it. Doesn't matter. Same board. Just chop it all up all day long. It stresses me out a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. Anybody got any big plans for this week? The week is just getting started. I guess some of you may have today off for Martin Luther King Day. Well, if you're in the U.S. Trying to think. Got to get the week started. What do we got going on this week? Kids have a handful of different Zoom classes. Ooh, did you get a PS5? Fancy. That's pretty cool. You got any? Are you gonna play Cyberpunk 2077? What are you? What titles are you? What titles are you excited about? That PS5 looks pretty cool. There you go. You guys are. Everybody's learning some different stuff today. Dude, Cyberpunk 2077 is ready to play now. I've been on PS4 and I've been having a ton of fun playing it. I really don't think it's anywhere near as glitchy or broken than people think. Division 2, believe it or not, you still play it. Nice. Oh, the PS5 Cyberpunk 2077 is not out yet. I guess I didn't understand that. I guess my disc said the PS5 version was available, but I didn't realize that maybe it meant available for download when it comes out or something. Gotcha. Makes sense. Now I understand why a little bit more why people were upset. I guess I thought the PS5 version was already out. Gotcha. Kosher salt in lemons, is that what you use for cleaning wood cutting boards? Is that a cutting board suggestion? All right. This tea's just really vibrant in the mouth. Very very clean. I'm liking it. Yeah, so I did mention this week is between two teapots. It's gonna be Friday afternoon. In fact, we may have to. I think I had to schedule it a little bit later because of the time zone. Double check the calendar. My calendar is official, y'all. If you're not on the calendar, it's not set. All right. Friday at load up. It's gonna be Friday 3:30 Pacific time. So 3:30 Pacific time. Had to get a little bit later because Liquid Proust was still at work. So yeah, if you guys don't know Liquid Proust, Andrew Richardson, Liquid Proust on Instagram and all the different social media stuff. Liquid Proust is a really amazing pu'erh devotee and pu'erh evangelist. He spreads the good word of pu'erh tea as far and wide as he can. Some of you have actually maybe purchased some of Liquid Proust's beginner pu'erh kits or pu'erh tasting kits. He's really good at sourcing a lot of really fun, rare, stored, and aged pu'erh teas from around the world and around Asia. Takes them home, breaks them all up, creates like sample kits, and sends people packs of these teas. Really cool stuff. Cool guy, and super passionate about tea. And he and I are gonna have a lot of fun. He does not know what tea I have sent him. He will be opening it live on stream, brewing it right there. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And the week after that, a special guest, which I've not announced yet because I'm super excited about it. But we will do that. Yeah, Sculp's and Liquid Proust is a ton of fun. He's a ton of fun. He's a crazy kid. I like having tea with him. He's really passionate. If you guys don't, you guys follow his Instagram stream, Liquid Proust. I can't spell it out. Somebody else spell it out in chat there. LIQUIDPROUST. Liquid Proust. Check out his Instagram stream. He's a ton of fun. He does lots of fun lots of fun tea events, and he's just a really good, passionate evangelist for tea. Ty, I really like how YouTube gives the hours until a stream starts rather than the Insta streams. Always messed up the time zones. YouTube says 7 hours to stream, which is nice. Yes, I figured that out. I finally figured out how to do that. It's one of the biggest reasons, that is one of the reasons that I prefer streaming on YouTube than to stream on Instagram, is I can pre-schedule a stream on YouTube, which is great, because then that automatically, as soon as I schedule a stream and I give the start date, start time, it goes ahead and it auto locks the key for that stream into my streaming software, so I can just like click start streaming and it goes right to that stream. And it also gives me the URL ahead of time, so I have the ability to take that URL and give that URL to people. It's already locked it into place, which is great. And then if people click on it, then they automatically they see that, hey, it's starting in 15 minutes, so they kind of got something to look forward to. So YouTube certainly helps out a lot in that capacity, being able to pre-schedule streams. The Instagram stuff was nice. I mean, it worked well for what we did, but it was just a little bit more. It was a little bit more awkward in my experience, and so. But I may in the future, like take an iPad or something and like set it right here with a different like fisheye lens. But then that means like Lamu's gonna have to be watching it, because it's kind of hard to like, turn it around and flip it backwards and have two screens going. So if I can get Lamu in here to help coordinate an Instagram with a different device, we may do that. That might be kind of fun. Maybe we'll try that for liquid proofs. Maybe that would be a good way to get that started. What's up with the tobacco water bombs in Yunnan? Water bombs. What's up with the tobacco water bongs in Yunnan? Are they popular all over China or just Yunnan? They're popular just in Yunnan. I've never seen any of them anywhere else. And I will use my horribly broken iPhone to show you guys a picture of what he is talking about. So you guys think of in the West we think of Yunnan, obviously, and if you're in the tea biz or the tea world, you think of Yunnan, you think of like tea, but you would think that tea is like maybe the biggest product in Yunnan, but that is not true. It is tobacco. Yunnan is the largest supplier of tobacco inside of all of China. And interesting thing, with China and the trade war in the U.S., tobacco is actually one of the biggest imports from the U.S. The China buys ridiculous amounts of tobacco from the U.S. But with the cost of trade wars and things like that, and taxes and tariffs, it's been more difficult to get American tobacco into China, which has been great for the people in Yunnan, because that means the rest of China is now buying tobacco from Yunnan instead of buying tobacco from the U.S. Which I can totally get behind the idea of like a national production of stuff, supporting local and all that. There is a lot of tobacco in Yunnan, a lot of tobacco. Everyone smokes constantly. Everywhere, and it's almost kind of like a Yunnan patriotic duty to kind of like to smoke local. So you'll see that in all the tea shops. Everybody smokes constantly. And one of the really interesting things in Yunnan is these water bongs, and most of the people actually smoke. Not most of the people, but a large number of the people smoke tobacco in gigantic water bongs. And when I mean like gigantic water bongs, I'm not talking about like a water bong like this. I'm talking a water bong like this big around and like this tall. It's like so big you have to get like your whole face into it. There'll be a lot of them are made out of bamboo, fancy woods, all sorts of stuff. It's got a big, huge thing of water on the bottom, little spout. And sometimes they'll take their whole cigarette and they'll stick it into there, and they will just drain the whole cigarette like one cigarette at a time, just like suck it straight down. Every single tea farmer has one. Every single tea farmer is out there getting high on tobacco in the tea mountains. So check this out. This is a picture of a cute little girl from Chiang Mai and two of these gigantic water bongs. Look at the size of those things. You see those things? Root and bamboo, and you can see like the little spout for the tobacco down on the bottom. So they'll either take a cigarette and stick it in there, or they'll take some of their fresh tobacco, pack it in there, light it up, smoke it down. It is a hard hitting tobacco. I've used those water bongs before, and it's, dude, you get high like quick. Like that tobacco like hit your head like a freight train. It's just like bam, and then it just oozes like right down to your fingertips and just comes out. It's crazy stuff. Yes. I don't know what is up with it, but that's just what they do. Every single tea farmer there has one. They'll carry it out to the tea garden. They'll pick tea, a couple hours, smoke it up, and the tobacco there is expensive. Like, they're loose leaf tobacco. I'm not sure if that's the term for it, but they're fresh leaf. They're loose tobacco. They don't cut it like against the grain like we would generally do for like pipes or something like that. They actually use a really sharp knife, and they hand cut it like with the grain, and so it's very powdery, like angel hair or something like that. And they take it and they actually compress it into bricks. Nice big like brick of tobacco. It could be like $800, $500, $1,000 for like a big brick of it. It'll last a long time. You just break a little bit of it off, smoke it up. They smoke a lot of tobacco there. A lot of tobacco there. Tobacco's big crop in Yunnan. Yeah, you're right, JW. Tai, yes, the YouTube's user interface is easier to navigate than Instagram's, and the stored videos are easier to find. Like the Instagram stored video, it's just I don't know, it just doesn't work. And also there's the idea of Instagram's like locking themselves down unless you have an account. They're really tight about that. But you don't even have to have an account to watch our streams, which is great. You have to have an account if you want to chat, which is nice. But anybody can watch it, even the recordings. It's great. I like it. Looked into Twitch. Thought about doing like some of the Twitch streaming stuff, but I didn't really see that Twitch offered a real specific advantage over YouTube. Just want people to have access to fun tea streams. Sculpson, yes, everyone smokes. It's kind of tough when you don't care for the smell. Yeah, I'm generally of that mindset, and I'm particularly stressed when we're traveling there with our kids, because they'll just like constantly smoke like around the kids, in front of the kids, on the kids, and they'll always be like, hey, it's good for them. Like, no, it's not. Like, please don't smoke around my kids. But if it's somebody else's tea shop, it's like not like I can really say like, hey, don't smoke in your tea shop when I'm here. So you would hope that they would, recognize that. But just a lot of the cultural stuff that's taken a long time, like in the U.S. and the West, to kind of like understand in that respect, just isn't quite there yet. And in fact, like I was listening to these two guys like talk at this one tea shop, because this is definitely like a Yunnan thing. The east coast of China, like Beijing, Shanghai, and stuff, they've got different cultural norms. And so this guy he's like, man, guys, I just got back from Shanghai, and I went to a tea shop, and there I started smoking, and everyone told me like I couldn't smoke there. Can you believe that? Like, they actually told me to my face that I couldn't smoke. The guy was just aghast. He was just shocked. He's just like, it's like the gall of them telling me I can't smoke. It's like as I'm sitting there with like my kids, and like they all just pull up, it's like filling the whole place with like smoke, and I'm just like, yeah, jeez, wish I could be there now. They don't smoke cigars. They do not. The concept of cigars is completely gone. I will. That's one of the things I'll bring in farmers as a gift, like a cigar or something like that. I'll sit around, smoke a cigar with them, show them some fun stuff. They don't really do pipes outside of like the. You'll see pipes like sold, but I've never really seen somebody smoking a pipe. Some of the women will smoke in pipes, like not like the young women or the city girls or anything like that, but I'm talking about like the old women of the tea villages, the ones that have been around since before communism came to China, like the ones that are like if you're like 80, 90 or 100 years old and you're a tea woman living in the tea villages, you probably have tattoos on your face, and you probably smoke out of a really long, skinny, like little pipe. Probably, somebody's used it for smoking opium back in the day, and they'll smoke tobacco. You'll see them in the tea villages sometimes, kind of sitting down on a corner of a street, smoking some tobacco. Cigars and tea are fun to pair together. I agree. How's the hemp growing in Yunnan? Anything in the hempish / cannabis sphere is not even just regulated. It's just highly illegal. They don't even do anything with that. I'm not entirely certain about the hemp side of things, but historically speaking, that crop was grown heavily in Yunnan in the Himalayas. Lamu says her family, when they were kids, used to mix in like roasted marijuana seeds into their butter tea. Kind of added like a nice rich nuttiness. It's yeah, anything in that sphere is almost either life imprisonment immediately or execution. So a lot of people don't really mess with anything in that sphere. That said, you know, there's always black markets for stuff, and you can find what you find whatever you want, but it's just it's not really worth risking it. But you know, I mean, if you're down in Xishuangban, that's literally the Golden Triangle. I mean, that's like kind of the confluence of illegal drug trade goes on in and around that area. Constant military checkpoints. Every time we travel in and out of Xishuangban, they're always like searching our vehicle, searching us, you know, checking for papers, doing all that. It's a little stressful. Yeah. There's Chavez talking about the Doli area. Doli is probably the most Western feeling towns in all of Yunnan. It has a really high expat community. A lot of foreigners live in and around Doli. A lot of parts of Doli really feel like they feel very European from my like limited travel experiences in Europe. What I mean by European, maybe like even just like cafe lifestyle, you know, like smaller like little cafes. I mean, things that are very not Chinese. Doli feels like Seattle, actually. Doli really feels like Seattle. There's a lot. There's more of a focus on the arts, more of a focus on music, and a definite cafe lifestyle vibe. You know, live music and little shops. You know, like European style coffees available. You know, you can get like little pizzas made at places. Doli feels very much does not feel much like China at all. That said, you know, you can go to this side of Doli and all of a sudden like you're inside of, you know, like a walled like old style like city, and it just immediately feels like you're actually in like 1800s like Qing Dynasty China or something like that. But Doli's pretty cool. And yeah, there's those mountain backpackers. Once you get up into the mountains of the Himalayas, the foothills of Tibet, and you start interacting with like real locals, yeah, you'll find all sorts of stuff. I think the what's the phrase? There's a phrase, you know, like the mountains of Yunnan are far from Beijing and really high in altitude, and so like what goes on in the mountains of Beijing, the mountains of Himalayas and stuff like that, just like Beijing. Beijing doesn't know. So we'll just the old tea hags. Dude, those women are fierce. Like if you spent your whole life like working at altitude, that lifestyle, if you've survived like the 1900s as a woman in Yunnan, man, you're tough. You are tough. There's one picture of one lady on that I was selling as a photograph. I think it's on a couple of them on our if you guys haven't checked it out, I've been selling like really nice large like prints and canvas things on our website, and a couple old tea ladies up in the trees. Those women, yeah, you don't mess with them. They're tough, really tough. Have I ever come across any freshwater springs when you're trying to travel? Maybe a sacred dragon well or something? Every town has a sacred dragon well. Every single town has a dragon lake. Everyone. it's kind of like the joke, right? That's the Lama can correct me if she's in chat. Longtan I think is the name for a dragon lake. Ooh, look at that. We got the light coming in. Sunshine in Seattle. Very rare event. I am not going to shut it because I need some vitamin D. Does vitamin D go through glass? Should work. Longtan is Dragon Lake, and every single town and village has some dragon lake. And it may be more like a dragon puddle, but yeah. In fact, literally the very first place that we bought tea was a ridiculously tiny village in Jiangcheng, Yunnan called called Longtang, which just means Dragon Lake, and it was about the size of my living room, and it was this dirty puddle, and I'm like looking at Llama, I'm like, there's the Dragon Lake. It's like, it's so funny. Probably the most interesting spring that we've been to is a town which is now started to get a little bit more international attention. Shoot, why am I spacing on it? What is the name of that town? we always hit it when we're driving south. Mohai? No. Why can't I think? Spacing on it. Maybe I have to. I might have to summon the Googles here to see if I can figure out the name of the town. It's not Mohai, something. So this is a town that is on. Let's see, Yunnan town on the Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Capricorn. Oh, it's not Hoi Min. Mojiang. There we go. So Mojiang is a town in Yunnan that is directly on the it's on the Tropic of Cancer. So it's pretty cool. They actually have like a giant park like directly on the tropics. So the tropic is so you've got like the equator, you got the poles. The tropic is what is it? 15 degrees? Is that what it is? 15 degrees off of the center axis. That's where the tropics are. So it's that band between the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn. It's like that tropical band. So most tea is actually produced in the tropics. It just means it's south of the Tropic of Cancer, north of the Tropic of Capricorn. And so there's a town. There's actually not that many towns that are actually directly on the tropics. If you actually look as the world goes around, obviously you can't have a town like when there's water, but on the land masses on the tropics. The town of Mojiang is particularly known for their wells. So the water in Mojiang is supposed to increase fertility. And not just increase fertility, it's supposed to give you more than one kid. So Mojiang is historically known for having a statistically abnormally large number of twins and triplets born in that town. So Mojiang is called like the town of twins. There's statues of twins all over the place, and I kid you not, like you will just walk and drive around that town and you just see like duplicates of everybody. There are twins walking all around that town. So that is probably one of the most interesting springs that we've been to. So if you want to have twins, go to Mojiang and drink a lot of the water and do whatever you need to do there. But the reason I mention Mojiang right now is because Mojiang is directly linked to the coronavirus because of the mines that they had there, and the bats that they found in the mines of Mojiang is the source of the bat viral coronavirus strain that is going all around the world. So thanks Mojiang. It just happened to be that it was the labs in Wuhan that were working on it, but the actual came from Yunnan. If you guys didn't know. Hi, what's going on? Can't forget morning Maocha. We're here. I made it. I made it up. I'm far more awake than I was an hour ago. I need to open the window for that. Oh, I need to open the window for vitamin D. Yeah, I probably do, but I'll take what I can get. Take what I can get. Ultramag. Speaking of old tea hags, we met this really nice woman, and I never thought it would be actually something that I would ever actually like see in my lifetime. This was in the town of Zhenshui, and we actually met an old woman who had. She must have been close to 100 years old, and she actually had bound feet. I never thought I would actually see that. I had seen pictures and heard stories about that, but when she was a child, her parents bound her feet. As like horrible and painful as that is, I can't even imagine it. But I never thought I'd actually get the chance to see that. She was an old genshui tea lady, and she had like little tiny bound feet. She had to make her own. She had to make her own shoes, so she was quite a good little seamstress. And for whatever reason, she just loved camouflage. So she had these little tiny camouflage like booties made for her little bound feet. That was crazy. That was bizarre. Yeah, the old women in the tea villages in Yunnan. You know, this is remote, jungly area. You know, like Laos, Vietnam, like Burma, like that area there. Facial tattoos are a big thing. A lot of them have old style. You know, just like bamboo poker tattoos all over their faces. Interesting tidbit of knowledge about Yunnan is that head hunting, like actual like going to another village and taking off somebody's head as a trophy, was only made officially illegal at the national level within the last generation. So it is very possible that tea villages and places that we go to may have in their lifetime experienced or seen headhunting, which is kind of crazy. Some of those old villages, man, it gets a little weird, man. There's just an old vibe and old energy in those places. Spent some overnights in some of these remote villages, and it's you know, there's no like a lot of the places don't really have electricity, you know, and so when it's dark, so everyone just goes to bed. We were staying in Oolong our first year, and everything in Oolong, all the homes are built. They're built on piles, so they take big giant trees and kind of like build a big structure. So the home itself is above. The home itself is like 12 feet off the ground. That's the level of the home. And Lamo and I were staying in the home. The farmers were like, "Yeah, just go ahead. Just that's your corner." And so just kind of like Lamo and I, first year, didn't have kids or anything like that. There were no hotels in the town. It's not like we could have, you know, like got a room or something without driving hours and hours and hours back to Munghai. But yeah, that was our corner, and so we slept there and just got the weirdest vibe throughout the night. It was you kept hearing things beneath you, and you know, so you're raised up, so you're not sleeping on the ground. I mean, you're sleeping on the floor, but it's above it. You could just, I don't know. There was clearly something beneath me, and I didn't know what it was, but you could just hear things moving, and that was particularly creepy. Every time I would like wake up, and so it turns out like when I woke up, like and went down there like the next morning, all of their cows had come home, and so all of their cows are stored under the house, and so I was literally sleeping on like an entire herd of cows, just kind of like moving around and kind of like murmuring to themselves like all night long. And that was just, not knowing what was going on was just a really weird feeling. No real bathrooms, so everyone just they have like these water things that just kind of like pour down outside. So if you want to take your shower is pretty much just outside, just pouring water on yourself. Fun stuff. Good memories. It was spooky. It was really spooky. I mean, now I know what it was, but it was just like, what is that? And just cows sleeping on a herd of cows. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna do one nice big long last steep of this guy here. See what else we can eke out of it. We'll probably call it good. Feel good. I'm ready to get my day going. I'm far more awake than I was an hour ago. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me. If you guys had any questions or anything else you want to talk about for the last 5-10 minutes here, let me know. Anybody got big plans for the week? Trying to think, can't think. What we got to do? Gotta check out Llama's calendar. See what we got. Just Zoom classes for the kids, probably. Doing a little we got to do? Wednesday we usually take the day off. That's usually our family day. So I might try and get out someplace to go for a little hike with the kids. Get out into the great Pacific Northwest. We've got a lot of awesome, amazing hiking opportunities out here. Love spending time in the mountains with the kids. A little bit more difficult this time of year just because of the everything gets dark by like 4. So if you want to go hiking, you gotta be careful that you're back to your car in time, because kids don't like hiking in the dark. I have found they seem to imagine that there are mountain lions and bears behind every single tree. So try to at least get back to the car before hiking, before it's dark. But might be worth it. We should maybe go for a hike this Wednesday. Ooh, hey, got to try your right pu'er once I have the money to order some. Yeah, you should. We've got a really awesome right pu'er. Reading any good books or watching any shows lately? You're in the middle of the Lord of the Rings books. Nice. I have read through the Lord of the Rings books, but it has been a long time. I do very much enjoy I've got the Blu-ray super extended, extra long, 24 hours of movie from the Lord of the Rings series, which Lamo and I watch every now and then back to back, which is just so much fun. I'm trying to figure out when we should introduce Lord of the Rings to the kids. It's pretty violent, a little scary. Don't really want to scare them out too much. So figure out when's a good time to do that. Have I read any good books? Watched any good shows lately? I have not had a whole lot of time. Can't think of it. Can't think of anything we watched. You caught me. Been watching videos on 3D CAD design so that I can learn how to make things for my 3D printer. So that's what I've been working on. Ultramag's ready for a nap. Yeah, man. If you've been up since the wee hours of the morning, I think you deserve a nap. You almost done for work? There we go. Oolong Owl, all the Star Wars Thrawn books. If you guys want to know where the current Star Wars visual media is headed, dig up the old Timothy Zahn Thrawn books and start giving those a go, because Thrawn is going to be making an appearance very soon. We don't know when or how or where, but yeah, go read the old Star Wars Thrawn books. Good suggestion, Oolong Owl. Thank you so much. Oh, Jugpan, the Book of Boba Fett. So good, man. So good. So, yeah, if you guys haven't watched all the way through the Mandalorian yet, I'm not going to spoil how the Mandalorian ends, but there is a very, very, very cool little tweak at the very, very end of it. The Book of Boba Fett teaser. So guys, that imagery, right? Like that image of Boba Fett, like sitting on the Hutt throne. Was that like an homage to something else? Because like as soon as like that image like froze on the screen and said Book of Boba Fett, I was convinced that was like the cover of some comic book at some point in time. Like maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. Like I saw that image and I was like absolutely convinced that I had like seen it somewhere. Maybe it was like some fan art or something, but just something about like him sitting there like on the empty throne, like smoking gun, Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt throne. You guys, does that ring bells for anybody else? Because for me, it was just like, dude, okay, end of Conan. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was like they had kind of like tied it in somewhere else. But like I saw that and I was just like, what? Like that just made my nerd heart skip a beat. You want Boba Fett to Boba better be riding a dinosaur in the live action. Yeah, if you guys want to know what the Boba Fett dinosaur riding, and you've not actually seen the Star Wars holiday special from the early '80s, you get to see Boba Fett riding a dinosaur. So that's a good one. They've already tossed in the tusk spike electric weapon, so maybe they will. Boba Fett's got to ride a dinosaur. He's got to. All right. Yes, very excited for Book of Boba Fett. Actually, I'm excited for all of them. I think they're gonna be a ton of fun. excited. Ewan McGregor back in it. More Obi-Wan. That's gonna be awesome. And what's her face is the female Jedi. Why can't I? Or the female Jedi trainee. What kind of? Can't spacing on her name. Can't think of it. Aaron, I think you're right about the. I'll see if I can find an image of that Conan sitting on a throne. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, it might have been a little something like that because it was very much even kind of like that, kind of sitting off to the side and stuff. So glad they're bringing back Ewan McGregor. It's gonna be so good. Really excited. Really excited to see that. I'm a big Ewan McGregor fan. I like all of his his motorcycle stuff he does. He's just always he just seems like a really nice genuine guy. It's fun to see his when he travels to like these really remote places and like nobody recognizes him, but there's like one guy in town who's like, I think I know who you are, and he's just sitting there like, I've seen you before. It's kind of funny because sometimes, like in his latest like motorcycle journey thing, long way up, when they're driving through South America, there's actually like a movie with him like on the screen in the bar, and he's sitting in the bar, and nobody even recognizes it. In the movie, there's a movie playing with him actually on the screen. He's just kind of sitting there, and nobody even knows. Ahsoka Tano. There you go. Thank you, Oolong. I was spacing on that name. The Ahsoka Tano series, I think, is going to be pretty cool. That actress, I think, does a really awesome job. All right, you guys. I think we're good. Got my morning tea session going. Really appreciate this opportunity. This is great. I like the fact that I can have some tea with European friends and anybody who's more of a morning person in North America. This is great. I hope you guys have a good Monday. I hope your week is awesome. I will see you guys online. I'll see you on Instagram, and tune in Friday afternoon, 3:30 Pacific time, and we're gonna have tea with Liquid Proust, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a ton of fun. You guys, love you all. Thank you so much, and happy steeping.